Hi, welcome to StepsBallroom Online. This is our Week 2 recap video for our East Coast Swing 1 livestream class series. If you'd like to be a part of those livestream classes on Sunday evenings, make sure you reach out to us via email at dance@stepsballroom.com, or you can find us via our social media links, which are down in the description. Make sure you like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you receive updates for all of our future video postings. Now, last week we had tackled the basic as well as 2 of our 3 single arm turn motions, doing the follower's natural underarm turn and reverse underarm turn. Today we'll be tackling the leader's side pass motion to wrap up that sequence. We'll start working on the footwork, so let's get started. So our leader's part for our leader's side pass, this is the one turn out of these first 3 turns where the leader actually has the more complex step rather than the follower. We've been unkind to our followers up to this point. They've had 2 difficult turns, so now it's our turn. We're going to start with our basic step like always. So we're going to dance into the motion, trip, full step, rock, step. We don't have any major signal going into the motion because hopefully as the leader, we know what pattern is coming and we're not surprising ourselves. We set ourselves up for the side pass motion, which is the equivalent and identical mirror image to the follower's natural underarm turn. So we have that teacup on the floor, and we have 6 steps to go around that teacup, going forward, 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 or forward, together, forward, forward, together, forward. So just like the follower's underarm turn, there's pattern perfect footwork and good enough to get through the motion. Once we have our teacup on the floor, we are going to curve around, going to our left or counterclockwise, stepping forward, together, forward, and then stepping through, forward, together, forward, coming back to our partner to fall into our rock, step, then falling back into basic step, trip, full step, rock, step. So again, this is with the pattern perfect footwork. We have basic step, trip, full step, rock, step, trip, full step, rock, step, basic step, trip, full step, stopping there. Now, as I said, if we don't have perfect triple step motion going through that, it is all right as long as we get 6 steps going around the motion and make it back to our partner at the end. So if you go into the turn, rock, step, and your triples aren't there, but you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and make it back to your partner at the end of the motion, rock, step, that will be functional enough that you can continue to dance out of it, basic step, trip, full step, rock, step, without any difficulty with our partner. Now, the follower's motion for the leader's side pass, this is one of the few patterns where we don't have a whole lot to do. And so whenever we don't have a lot to do in the pattern, our primary focus is to just keep our rhythm going and dancing the basic in place so that when we come to the end of the pattern, we can sync back up with our partner with no difficulty. Now, when we take our basic step, we have basic step, trip, full step, rock, step. You're not going to feel any lead going into this motion because they're not going to be asking you to do anything in particular. So as they start into their side pass, you're just going to continue to dance basic step, trip, full step, rock, step. He will have come back around to face you, at which point you'll reconnect with your partner and dance out basic, trip, full step, rock, step. Now, one last consideration is if your partner is really struggling with completing the full 360-degree motion, as a follower, we can compensate on the last triple of the motion to turn to face them and make it look like they completed the turn in total. So as you're dancing here and you've danced your basic step, trip, full step, rock, step, the leader starts into the motion, and as you go trip, full step, you notice they're not getting enough rotation, that they're going to be able to finish the gesture all the way back to you. So on this next triple, moving to our left, we can curve, turning to the right or clockwise to match to them wherever they happen to be. Trip, full step, anywhere up to 90 degrees. It can be more, it can be less, but you can find them there and finish rock, step, dance it out from there, trip, full step, rock, step. And in this way, we support our partner and make it look like they were 100% perfect, even if they didn't get the full rotation. All right, now that we have the footwork, let's talk about the leads very quickly before we go into doing this in total with our partner. So again, because we as the leader should know that this is coming, we're not surprising ourselves. There's no lead that we need to transmit to our partner because we don't want them to change anything in the middle of the motion. So instead, as you go into your rock step, you're just going to take your right arm over the top as you go into your turn to start. The reason we take the right arm up is entirely style-based. We just think that this looks a little bit pinned and uncomfortable, so we're going to go right arm over. Now, at some point, you're going to reach the point where you can no longer hold on to your partner's hand, at which point you're going to let go. And I want the followers then to trace the back of the leader until they hit the elbow, and then slide down the elbow to the hand. So that way, when we finish the turn, nobody is there trying to grab for hands. We know where our partner is at all times. So we take this together with our partner. We start with the basic. We have base, 6-step, trip, full step, rock, step, trip, full step, rock, step, base, 6-step, trip, full step, rock, step. Now, as we said, if the leader is struggling to complete the turn, the follower can compensate on the back triple of the motion to curve and make it look like the leader was 100% correct on the turn. So as we go into this, we could have trip, full step, rock, step. On the first triple, as a follower, if you notice trip, full step, that they didn't get very far, then it is likely that they're not going to be able to finish it very far. And so you're going to curve around your partner as they finish trip, full step. And you may have to curve a little bit, as much as needed, to get all the way to the other side of your partner to compensate for their lack of turn. This starts to be a gut instinct reaction for you as the follower. As you dance with multiple partners, you'll have a sense of how far somebody is going to need to be on that first triple to complete the turn at the end. So you're just going to have to play that by ear as you do a couple of practices. If you noticed your partner's getting lots of turn, there's no difficulty there. You just stay where you're at. If you're doing it and you're dancing with a partner who looks like they get started on the wrong stretch, then you're going to move to compensate to make them look good through the turn. All right, so now that we have the leader's side pass motion, we want to combine that with the rest of our sequence. So from our first week of class, we had our regular basic going into the follower's natural underarm turn. We had a regular basic going into the follower's reverse underarm turn. And then we're going to do one regular basic into the leader's side pass, beginning the sequence again with a regular basic into the natural, and so on as we go through the motion. All right, now let's take that whole sequence with our partner with the music. Tempo before you go is triple step, rock step, 5, 6, 7, and triple, natural turn. Back to basic, triple step, reverse turn, triple step, and back to basic. Side pass, step, triple step, back to basic, triple, and repeat from there. So keep working on that material for this week. If you have any questions, you can reach out to us via email or social media. Also, feel free to post a comment below. We would be happy to respond. Please do like and subscribe. It really does help us out here at this channel. Otherwise, keep practicing, and I will see you in our next lesson.